Hello cruise family, good afternoon from Oka, Anambra State of Nigeria. Welcome back again to another beautiful video. Thank you so much for clicking in. First of all, I want to apologize for not coming on live as I promised on Sunday. I told you guys I was stepping out with my husband, and trust me, we got back late. I couldn't come online again, and I had to, of course, as a mother, take care of the home. But hopefully after this birthday, because a lot is going on, that's the gifts for the birthday, a lot. I need a lot of time to settle all this, and then we are going to figure out the life. Okay, I just wanted to put this out here and apologize to everybody who anticipated for this live. Okay, now I want to talk about a particular content creator called Lawrence Wald. Lawrence Wald, I got to know her recently when the issue with Uche and Gloria myself came up, and a lot of reactors talked about her and talked about how she's single, and like she used to be married before, but I think her marriage, not that I think, I know because I'm currently watching her vlogs, so she had issues with her marriage, but the issue in the marriage we don't know about. She didn't come out here to share what really happened, but what reactors that I watched said was a case of domestic violence, which she made a proper video, I think 30-something minutes video, to address all these things, and that video was so engaging. I watched that video from beginning to end because she made that video with every sense of humor, like she was making points and yet was so calm. She had the Spirit of God in her while she was making that video. Like, that video is the highest clarification video I have watched on this YouTube. She displayed a lot of maturity and she made her point doing all this. So it was that video that made me actually meet her. I watched that, her clarification video, and I now remember that I have known that name in my comment section, but not steady Shasha, but that name rang the bell, so I think I know her. So then after I watched that clarification video, of course I moved on with my life. After everything everybody was sharing about her, so we moved on until recently. Oh my god, it just started raining and I'm driving out now. And then recently YouTube recommended her vlog channel to me, so I looked at the name. It was still the same name, I think the same channel that she made the reaction, I can't tell, but this particular one was all about vlog. In fact, let me look at the vlog channel and see if it is the same that she shared that clarification. Yeah, it's the same. Clearing my name and all their lies, YouTube bullies. Yes, it's 35 minutes video, so it is the same one channel, but I've not been watching her until after the clearing. And after the clearing, of course, I moved on with my life until YouTube, please ignore the rain, until YouTube now recently recommended her and I started watching her. I'm giving you guys backstory, okay? I'm going to come at the end why I'm talking about Lawrence Wald. So I started watching her vlogs live. This rain will disturb me now. Hopefully you're hearing me. I started watching her vlog channels, and I fell in love with her personality. Remember, I had known at the back of my mind that this is a single mother, someone who had married before, and of course is now single. And you know our mentality as Nigerians, let me say as Nigerians, we always believe that when a woman leaves a marriage, her life is finished, her life is gone. So I was expecting some level of setbacks, let me say, some levels of low self-esteem, some levels of pity, some levels of denial, you know, all these things that comes with divorce. I would say that May Edochie is the only #1 and first woman that I saw that had issues in her marriage, and she didn't limit herself for one day. She's out there for everybody to see and hear. Funke Akindele, from all the time she had issues with her marriage, she's not the day too proud to talk about it. Noel and Jubibo, Tonto Dike, all these people were people who losing their marriage really entered them. But May Edochie, in as much as I know it will enter her, but she never showed us that spirit. So seeing Lawrence Wald, I knew that this is another person that left a marriage but is still on the right track. From watching her vlogs, I started envying her life, you know. I'm like, what is it again, Seth? Are you sure this lady will even think about man anymore? Because she's living her best life. She can afford everything, living with her children. I don't know if the man is contributing, no, but I see her vlogs. She's decorating the kids' room, doing new things. Yeah, like you basically know that this lady is a lady who had been limited before in a marriage. Now she's free to explore, you know, decorating her rooms. There were other vlogs, the things she was buying, settled her bed herself, doing things that we will believe that it is only man that can do it. This lady was literally doing it for herself, carrying herself, living her best life. There was this one I watched just so she went for birthday. She was the one that cooked food for the birthday. She had fun in the birthday. And I'm like, really? Like, really? Her life really is with me. Sis, I'm making this video not to throw you or to use your situation to talk bad at you, but something made me to actually say this that I have had in my mind. Sis, I admire you. Trust me, I admire you. Before I started making this video now, I have left a message for her because I was like, let me leave it. Not that I'm taking permission or no, I just left a sweet message for her before I'm shooting this video now, because for me to now talk about her, it pushed me to actually come and tell it directly to her ears. But I don't know if she will read the message before watching this. But if you come across this video, Lauren, you are one sweet, beautiful, strong. I admire you. Keep it up. Ndi Igbo say jide ka iji. I know you're not Igbo, but I would say your ex is an Igbo, so I would say jide ka iji. Jide ka iji means hold what you're holding. You're doing right. You are doing amazing. I am in marriage, but I'm admiring you. I swear. A lot of people are in marriage, but they are not as happy, as comfortable, as selfless as you are. Trust me, your life is speaking volume. Keep it up. Keep it up. So now, what brought me to talk about Lawrence Wald? Please, I want to also use this opportunity to give her a shout out. We need to show her love at this point in time. I will also see if I can share this video on my Lily Pope so that a lot of people will watch it. Let us show this lady love. Subscribe to her channel. Turn bell on, because her content, her editing, her quality, her volumes, in fact, everything about her is to be like is to be learned, you understand, but that's not the word I wanted to. I can't remember the word. Everything about her is inspiring. So please, let's support her. I will leave her channel name here, Lawrence Wald. Okay, let me leave it here, Lawrence Wald, and the link to her direct channel will be on my description. A lot to learn in that channel. And I think she recently started a reaction channel, but I can't remember the name. She said that was the one that YouTube recommended to me. I watched one video from it, her reacted channel. So moving on, day before yesterday, these couples that resides in France started raining on YouTube. A man killed the wife by mistake, from what he's saying, that the wife changed the password of her phone and they were dragging the phone, and the wife fell and hit her head somewhere and her head busted, and then she started having seizure, like, you know, converting to die, and then she died. And then out of fear to call the police, he had to cut the wife into pieces to put in the freezer so that she will not smell. So she was taking her parts of the body bit by bit. He was taking her part of the body bit by bit to go and bury her until he will be done burying her. but I don't know how he was caught. But a lot of people started calling the number of the lady, you know. I don't know if they are legally married, but they have children together. But he's saying wife, wife, wife. So let's believe that they are married. It was when a lot of people now started calling. Maybe he felt they go soon catch him, sha. Because some other people came to his home, you know, but he couldn't get them to come upstairs. So he had to run, and then he started calling people to tell them what happened. And then at some point he did live video on TikTok, and these are couples who are everywhere on TikTok living the best life, you know. And this brings me to say, this is why I show my real life here on YouTube. You see anything that concerns my marriage, I don't hide it here. Because once you start to live pretentiously that your marriage is perfect, your marriage is perfect, your marriage is perfect, when you will need to leave that marriage, you will not be comfortable to live because you have painted that marriage so sweet, so lovely. That's one mistake that people makes. Because these are people who are looking perfect on TikTok. So they can't actually separate. Because if they separate, that fake life we don't bring on net, it will come after you. This is why when my marriage was so sweet, like I was marrying a saint, basically. Of course, I shared it here from the beginning of my marriage, when we don't even have challenges at all. Now only love. Now I dey see for my marriage. I talk at that time, say I'm marrying the best man. I can't trade him for anything. Marriage is everything. My marriage is the most sweetest. I have shared those things earlier days of my marriage. And now, 8 years into this marriage, the ginger, the spirit, the lovey-dovey thing no come the day again. Plus children, plus my husband's business, plus making friends and trying to do his own marriage the way his friends are doing. All these things, I come out here to say them. So that any day I feel any need to leave this marriage, I will know that the records are here. I will just come back here. Very simple, sit down, hi. So this is me coming back to tell you guys my marriage is no more. If you've been watching me, I have shared in the past the challenges we are having, and I don't want to go into the nitty-gritty of what happened, but just know that we tried to make it work and it didn't work. This marriage is over. I would not love to tell you what happened, but just know that moving from abroad and returning to Nigeria affected my marriage, and we tried to fix it and we can't fix it, and we decided to go our separate ways. Simple. I go end and like this. And you people that know me will relate. You will tell, yes, I remember that time. I remember that time you could know from the man that he was tired. I remember that time you could know from Lily that she was going through a lot. And you go die. Rather than coming out here to tell you that my marriage is everything, and then when I have the need to leave, for me to leave, I cannot leave. Where am I in the current place of my marriage? I swear God Almighty, I have said it in a video. I don't know if it is here or in Cruise with in Lollipop TV. And I'm having the best marriage ever. Tap me now and ask me how far about my marriage. I will tell you my marriage is the best. I am at that place where I want to be in my marriage again. That is marriage. But in this case of these couples, domestic violence is there. But they no one separate. In fact, the lady wants to, but the man doesn't want to. Because people are advising her to. They say that they even catch them for more. Argue, fight, you know, that type of marriage. For one day, my marriage hadn't gotten to that extent where or we go outside, we start disgracing ourselves outside, or we begin throw weapon for house. Or even banter words. Like, if I'm angry and raving now, my husband will not say anything. And if he's angry and raving, I will not say anything. We always have understanding to an extent. Is my marriage perfect? Even with that time that it was difficult for me to readapt, it was, comparing other people's marriages. Now, I don't understand. Say, na Naija we dey. I was thinking that time, Kamuni adekwa gomi, you know, it can't work like that anymore. And immediately I spoke to myself, One major thing that had always been problem for us relocating back to Nigeria was time my husband returns home. I want him 6 p.m. he's here, but he can't because he's in his village. He has his brothers. He can be coming back. The one person will call him, I go to this side, and he will drive and go there. He will not come back. And this is marriage that we are doing everything together, literally. From the beginning of my marriage, we bake together, we eat together, we go out together, everything, we sleep together, we press phone together. So it became difficult for me to adapt. But now I don't adapt. Once I see 7 don't knock, boy, chief, now I'm how far? Maybe I say, Nemo, I know maybe okay, my love. Maybe query. I say, but Chiriman, I say, papa, marriage check, because when you work, I any problem, sometimes I want to follow you today. I allow you, you know. So why am I saying all this? If you're in such a marriage, I'm not saying that marriages don't have issues, but these are issues you can actually step down for, just like the way I stepped down to time in my marriage. But if you pass like this, where say you sacrifice more than you can take, it doesn't worth it. So this man married this young small girl. He even said it with his mouth. Young small pretty girl, a mother of 3 or 2, I'm not sure. All in the name to be in marriage. Who marriage help? Especially when you're done making children. Just like Lawrence Ward, because when I was watching those stories, Lawrence Ward was the woman that came into my mind. Looking at her life, she's at the bestest place ever. While I was watching those vlogs, I'm like, if this man is still watching this lady, he will be regretting himself, trust me. And I will be that type of Lawrence Ward if I leave my marriage, God forbid, tomorrow, which I know I can't. But when you want to buy your life, you need to be alive. That man needs to be alive for those children too. Everything is not domestic violence. There are some women who cannot adapt in this time issue. They will try to, but emotionally they can't, and it is weighing them down. You can leave. Everything is not domestic violence. There is a particular thing that a man will be doing and you can't take it, and it keep hurting you, your BP, and if you get to that point, my sister, leave. Leave. Everything is not even domestic, because the way we only say domestic violence, because those times that I was having those challenges with my husband, was he weighing me down? Yes. And if I had tried to make it work, and my spirit, because we are different people, there are some things you will love to put on me and I can't take it. So will I remain in marriage suffering, knowing that I am limited, like I'm not solely accepted to do this particular thing? I will leave. I will leave. As long as I have made these children. You see these children, they are the number 1, the champion. In as much as sometimes the children will need their dad, of course, it comes in. But trust me, time heals the wound. It is better off than doing what? Dying. I don't want this video to be too long. This video happens to be so emotional to me, and I needed to come and talk about it. Used myself as well as reference, because this is me. I always come out here to open it. Linda is not that person that will pretend and tell you, "Nan mata chicken," when I am eating fish. If you like, say whatever you want to say. I'm not you. If your own is perfect, fine, enjoy it. There was a time when my own was perfect, I enjoyed it. When it was sour, it pained me. Now I'm back to enjoyment again. They've taken the lights. Ignore. During that time, there was this lady that cancelled me, and she told me that a time in her life, marriages fall out. But trust me, within a little space of time, depending on the type of people in that marriage, they will fall back in again when everybody have decided to move on with the situation. And trust me, that was exactly what happened with my marriage. And when she was telling me that, she told me that such things happen in 7, 8, 9 years. If you pass 7, 8, 9 years in your marriage and you didn't fall out, it will get to 15, 18 before it will reoccur. And it's better to happen earlier than that time. that once you fall out, be mindful, be careful so that you don't take the wrong decision that you're going to fall back in again. And I fell out and I'm back in, and this is the sweetest ever because I found myself. Yes, trust me, if before, say, I leave this marriage, I go die. But now, if I leave this marriage, I'll pick up and move on immediately. I was able to now separate myself from my husband. Before, now so we be. And trust me, I'll still make a video about it. Trust me, this is not the best way to be in marriage. Love cannot sustain marriage forever. This is not the best way. It's better to be like this, so that if anything happens, you can be able to move on. Yes. So those things, challenges, those little things that happen made me, I came out from, like, I was so attached to Dadim. I had to step out. I'm standing on my own now, but I'm still in love, and I'm still in whatever that comes with marriage, the sweetness that comes with marriage. I found myself, and trust me, this is the most sweetest one type of marriage. That one name was Iberibe, because I was sacrificing a lot. I can't live my life. I'll be looking at, hey, if I cough now, my husband will not like it, but now I will cough my cough. If you don't like it, I'll tell you, I had to. Well, I'm sorry. You understand? So I'm more better now than that time in this marriage. I will do a video on Lilipop TV and talk more about this. So that's that, guys. If you are in marriage that you're taking it and you can't take it no more, you can try every help. Go for counseling, therapy, a lot of things. You try to change, it's not working. Come out. Leave so that you will leave. This is what I want to say here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys very, very soon. Maybe after the birthday. But if I have any other thing to come and say, trust me to come back and quickly say it. Let me step out immediately, and I'll see you soon. Bye.